towards the basket and misses one.
Hello once again, and welcome to another episode of Inside IUE Sports. I'm your host, Caleb Gillock, and our first segment of the show today is going to be about somebody who all of you probably know on the basketball court, but you may not know that she's on the track and field as well. Kristen Miller, thanks for joining me here today. Obviously, a lot of people know that you play basketball here, but you're also a track and field athlete here as well. Just tell us a little bit about that and how you got started in track.
I noticed that when I came to college, my transition to college was really well on the basketball court. They seemed to think of me as fast for some reason, and that's where it all began. So Coach Dave Sanders, he asked me if I'd want to, join the track team for outdoor track. I said, why not? Let's give it a try, and I fell in love with it.
Right.
I don't get to condition or anything like that with the team, but once outdoor season comes, they make me feel like I'm at home,
Right.
like I'm part of the family.
So how does track help you with basketball? Endurance maybe?
Yeah.
Or just
Endurance for sure, conditioning as well. Usually we're in our postseason when I start track, so we're doing CrossFit for basketball. And just like postseason stuff, little workouts. And then for track, practice is just running.
Right.
So it never hurts to run more for me. Get my speed ready for basketball season
Right.
because our postseason's pretty long, and as everyone knows, basketball season's pretty much all year round.
Right.
So it's very helpful in that standpoint, and mentally, it's something different for me. I'm not 100% focused on basketball all year round, so I get to
Right.
focus on something else that I enjoy, and that's really helpful for me.
Well, it definitely has to be nice to sort of get a little bit of a break
Right.
there in between. But tell us some about some of the events that you do for track.
Okay, so at conference tournament, I did 6 events, which I was really nervous about because that's a lot of events for someone. And I didn't run track in high school.
Right.
I played softball. I was on varsity softball 4 years, all throughout high school. I chose softball over track when I came to high school, and so track was all brand new to me again.
Right.
But at conference tournament, I did the 4x1. Open 100, open 200, 4x4, and then long jump and triple jump.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about the triple jump.
Triple jump was my favorite because I've never done it before. It was all about balance, and I think that's why Coach Dave Sanders, thought I would be good at it because basketball is a lot of balance.
Right.
So he just threw me in. He showed me videos. He would do it and be like, this is your steps. This is how you do it. We'd calculate from my speed to the board, how many steps it would take me. It was actually a lot of math, which you would have never thought. But, it was different. But it was something I enjoyed working on because as much as people would think I love running, it's not the greatest thing,
Right.
But something new for me to work on and try to get better at is what I love. So that was really fun for me.
Well, you must have been good at it because you're conference champion in it, right?
I was. Surprisingly enough, I was. I had my best jump at conference. I forget what meet it was when I broke the record, but they said that they really never had someone who was actually decent at it. So I was thankful to, be able to get the shot to try, and I actually turned out to be probably one of my best events, and definitely the most fun. It was something I always loved going to practice for, to, practice and get better at. Every day when I'd have a better jump, it's just exciting for me.
And what's it like to be the conference champion, especially knowing that it's your first time doing it, when you're going up against people who have maybe done it all throughout their high school and college career?
I definitely didn't think it was possible because I have been away from track and field for so long. So it was definitely a good accomplishment for me.
Right.
It kind of let me see like my capabilities and what I'm able to bring to the team, and that's what I loved most. Being able to support our team, the fact that they let me come in for outdoor season and they, let me come in with open arms. They made me feel like part of the family from the beginning. It made it really fun. Track and field at IU East is a really fun sport to play. It's completely different from basketball. I love both, and I'm so thankful that I get the opportunity to play both.
Right. Well, you've mentioned multiple times about how, they make you feel like a part of their family. They welcome you with open arms when basketball season's over. So with that in mind, what's been like your favorite part of track or your favorite memory?
Let's see.
Aside from that conference champion.
Yeah. I was going to say conference meet was definitely the best. The reason why I think conference was the best was because everyone was supporting everyone. And like, at some of the bigger meets, it's hard to be able to see everyone compete because they're all doing different events, at the same time. So conference was really fun because whenever we had someone who was running or jumping, the entire team would be there cheering them on. And the fact that our team did really well, girls and boys both finished third place in the conference, which is really good for as small of a group that we had. Many of our athletes were doing 4 or 5, races or events, and that was something that was incredible because when you talk to the other schools like IU Kokomo or any of the other ones, they're like, no, we just focus on 2 events. So the fact that we have a wide variety of athletes that can do multiple things, that's great for especially Coach Dave, for him to build the program on, because this year we have a lot of new freshmen coming in and they're good. I haven't been able to practice with them obviously, but I know I've gone out there a few times and have seen them, and they're willing to work hard, and that's what we need in order to improve our conference placement. Another thing about conference that was fun was I'm pretty sure we went to Rio Grande, that's where it was, and the first Bob Evans is there. So we went there, and that was fun. It was good too. So it was a good experience.
All right. Well, aside from track and basketball, you're also a cadet here on campus now. Tell us a little bit about what that entails.
So when I came to college, my long-term goal was, to be in the FBI. It's kind of a long shot, but that was something that I was aiming for. So I picked up a double major in psychology and accounting, and then a double minor in criminal justice and forensic accounting. Basically, accounting is very helpful when it comes to the FBI. So when I was told by Kyle Hall, who was a former cadet, he told me about the opportunity and how helpful it would be. I'd be able to, speak to FBI agents on the daily. And from then I was just like, if the opportunity is thrown at me, why not take it? The fact that we get students who, I'm a junior, so I'm going through the cadet program all year, and then this coming summer I'll be sent to the academy for the entire summer to pass all my tests and get my certifications. But the fact that I will be a IUPD officer by my senior year of senior year of college, that's incredible. Like it's too hard to pass that up. It's definitely out of my personality, I guess, because I've never been in uniform before. I've never, been looked at like that before, and it is a change, but it's good. So it was something I thought there was no reason for me not to pass it up,
Right. All right. So with that in mind, how do you manage everything? You've got track, you've got basketball, cadet, and probably a lot of other stuff that you have to worry about. Homework, obviously.
Yeah.
How do you manage it all?
Everyone always asks me this.
Do you sleep?
I do sleep, actually. I try to get about 8 hours of sleep every night. But basically, time management, I live by my planner. So everything I write in my planner, I have to do it at that time, on that day, because if I don't, then I start falling behind. And I can't, obviously, I have no room to fall behind.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's times where I just need to sit back and breathe. But But I think what makes it so easy for me is everything that I'm doing is something that I love. And it's easy for me to work really hard for that.
Right.
And I want to work hard for that, because not only for my teams, but also for myself and my future, because I want to have a good future, and I know whatever I go through now it's going to pay off, no matter
Right.
how stressful it is, because college is obviously very stressful. Everybody knows that.
Right.
But it's going to pay off. So I just try to keep that in the back of my mind and just stay motivated in that way, and I get it done somehow, I guess.
All right. Well, thank you for your time today, and best of luck with everything.
Thank you.
All right. Well, there you have it from Kristen Miller, talking about track and field as well as being a part of the cadet program here at IU East. Before we send it to break, let's go ahead and take a look at her highlights from basketball.
Kristen Miller with the lay-in for the Red Wolves. And now here is Kristen Miller. Gets a basket for the Red Wolves. Over to the corner, Miller for the three. Miller takes it to the basket, plays this one in. This one's going to be stolen away by Kristen Miller for the Red Wolves. Takes it to the basket and lays it in. Center court, back to the right side, to the basket and scores. Now steal by Kristen Miller. Miller brings it down the floor, lays it in.